En route to tonight's last call, let's do a little memory lane deal. And we're going to start with a bad memory. 2001, a horrendous champ car crash in Germany cost the two-time series champion, Alex Zinardi, both his legs. But he escaped with his life and became an inspiration. Quickly taught himself to walk again, vowed he would get back in a race car, and right here on Wind Tunnel, quoted Dr. Claudio Costa's prescient observation about his future.
He forecast basically that I was going to surprise a lot of people doing things that people would not imagine possible.
I'll say, since then, Alex has returned to the driver's seat and to victory lane in international touring car competition. And today, he took on another racing challenge. Alex Zinardi is tonight's last call. Alex on the phone from New York, where he has laryngitis and I suspect is fairly tired. Alex, tell me what you've been doing today.
Good afternoon. Well, yeah, I am a little tired, but I'm so happy for what happened today. I was running, running is probably not the correct word, cycling in the New York Marathon with an end bike, a piece of equipment that I didn't know I was made up to 3 weeks ago because I basically decided to do the marathon just 4 weeks ago, and I knew it was possible to do it this way, and basically I got my grip on it for the first time. Basically, it was October 11th.
I know you're a pretty competitive guy. What inspired you on such short notice to enter the hand cycle competition of the New York Marathon, which is a pretty difficult challenge?
Well, let me tell you how it happened. Basically, I was on the phone with one of the managers of the company that I represent from so many years. They have a big pasta party here for 16,000 people on the Saturday night, and well, he just suggested that they want to get me involved with it, and they said, well, do you have any suggestion? And I said, well, as long as you don't make me have the check for 16,000 people, everything else is fine. But then, you know, I was still joking when I said, well, but since I'm in New York, I may as well do the marathon. But when he said, no, Alex, I've done it a few times, and I tell you, without training, it's absolutely impossible. It cannot be done. Well, at that point, something switched in my head, and I said, let's go to New York and find out. And, I mean, here I am, and I'm so happy because the results I got went way above any optimistic expectation. I really didn't know much about this fantastic way for training, but I knew more or less that living my life out of a pair of prosthetic legs is very hard and very demanding for my arms, for my shoulders. Therefore, let me say that I was pretty cut for this kind of workout, but never I would have thought that I could finish fourth on my first ever participation.
And this is fourth out of 53 participants. So here's the question now. Is this a career change? The finale of the Touring Car Championship is coming up. You've done a couple of those races this year. You've won in that series in the past. Are you now a hand cycle racer, or are you still a race car driver?
Well, in the best case scenario, will be both. But I will stick with driving. Don't worry. I will make you talk in your program a little more about motor racing, hopefully in the next future. But no, for sure. I mean, I've discovered really a fantastic way for training, which I would suggest, honestly, not just to handicap people, but also to normal people, which they wanna have a bodybuilder upper body, and they don't want to spend hours in the gym. This is a fantastic way to train, really. And I've really enjoyed that. They have marathon, especially in my country, every weekend around the country. So, yeah, definitely I will continue training, and I will do some more events in the future. And definitely I'm planning to come back to New York next year for hopefully a even better result.
Alex, on behalf of all the people who watch this show, I congratulate you and thank you again for your continuing inspiration to us all. It's a great pleasure to talk to you tonight. Go enjoy your dinner.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you very much for having me on the show once more.
I didn't want to pick up the check for 16,000 people. I admit, I like racers. I've always liked racers. They can be difficult. They can be impossible sometimes. They can be nasty personalities. I like them, and I don't think there's a racer I like more than Alex Zinardi. Pleasure to have him on the show tonight. Thanks, too, to Scott Speed for being here, to Adam Cooper for his insight into that whole Fernando Alonso situation. We will be back next week to do it all over again. Most of all, we appreciate you coming by on a Sunday night. See you next week.